Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about E.D.C, that's everyday carry, and for different people it means different things. I typically never leave the house without my challenge coins, my phone, and my gun, and if I forgot either one of those items, I'm turning around and going back to get them. Today's topic of E.D.C is what's in your pack, what should be in your pack, and the differences between a road pack and a mountain biking pack. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, I'm Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue. You're watching another episode of Toolbox Topic, and I'm here with my co-host Brandon Van Leeuwen. Brandon, how you doing today?
Doing great, thanks.
Are you actually prepared to get this done?
I think I'm prepared this time.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the E.D.C, the everyday carry for your mountain bike pack and your road bike pack. Now I brought my mountain bike pack with me, and what I carry in here pretty much mirrors what I carry on my road bike, gravel bike pack. Brandon also has an assortment of items, more I would say for road bike, you know, because you're more of a roadie than you are a mountain bike guy.
A little bit.
So, and we also have some tools to show you on what you should have in your garage so you can do your own preventative maintenance in between bringing it to the bike shop for the heavy duty stuff. Brandon, why don't you start us off and show us what you got here, and we'll see how it differs from what I have in my pack.
Totally. Well, full disclosure, I'm pretty bad at preparing for things. Typically, I ride with my good friend Brian Murphy, and I call him the doomsday prepper of cyclists. So he typically has everything
okay.
we need when we go ride. But I am a minimalist when it comes to what I take along with me on my rides.
Okay.
For my road rides, I usually carry a pack, a little pouch, and everything fits nicely inside that pouch.
Okay.
It's light. It's very basic. And for the road rides, obviously I'm going to take my tube with me, my replacement tube. This is my favorite inflator. This one was made by Genuine Innovations, which has a trigger on it, but you need some kind of way to fill up, of course. So I carry my CO2 and this inflator, which is threaded.
Okay.
Along with my tire lever. For the road rides, really, this is all I need. Anything bigger than this, I'm going to call for a ride home.
Call an Uber.
That's right.
All right.
So once again, pretty minimalist, but I think this is very sufficient for what we do on the road.
Okay. And what are these items right here?
On a mountain bike, typically, once again, I'm very ill-prepared most of the time. So I'll take this stuff with me, of course, with a 29-inch tire, or tube, excuse me. But for our longer rides, if I know we're going out for a long day, I will take a couple extra things with me. I take my cool tool made by Park Tool, which I've had this little guy for about 25 years. This is my favorite thing.
Nice.
I love this. If I ever lose, I'm going to be very sad. So my cool tool has just your basic hex wrench, screwdrivers. That should be all I need while I'm out there, just to tighten something up or to make a small adjustment.
Okay.
In case something really goes bad, I will carry my my plug kit for my tubeless. This is my favorite one. It's got me through a couple of rides, finished them off after some big holes in the tubeless setup. So Genuine Innovations, this has the bacon strips in there. Plug any holes that I might get in my tubeless. And just in case I break a chain, I'll keep this very small but very effective chain tool, also made by Park Tool. This is just my favorite one. I've always used it, and it works great for me, along with some master links. I just noticed that these are 10 speed, so I've had these for a very long time. What the hell is 10? What is 10 speed?
What's one
so
by?
I never had to use them, fortunately, but I still have these in my pack. So.
Awesome.
Something to fix a broken chain, something to fix a broken or a flat tubeless system, and for some small adjustments or some tightening are these guys. Once again, pretty minimalist, but that's how I go.
Awesome. And before we go any further, folks, I want to remind you that this video is not sponsored. The items that we are talking about today are items that we use, items that we paid for with our own money, and we will provide the links down below for you to check those out any further if you wish. They're not affiliate links, so we actually don't get any kickback if you happen to buy that item. Just want to let everybody know our opinions are our own. So Brandon is definitely a minimalist. And I would say that I am the doomsday prepper of cycling.
Look at all that stuff.
When it comes to mountain biking and everything like that, whether it be on the 920 or my Trek rail. So the stuff that I carry all the time, as I spin my pack around, I actually have a pump. I don't use CO2, and this is a great little pump, and I can't. Made by ABS. This is actually a high volume, high pressure pump. So will go up to 120 psi, which is really convenient. It has a little. I've never had to use it on one of my tires, but the guys I ride with, we've had to use it several times. It works really, really well. I also carry a set of reading glasses because I do need readers. You never know when you're going to have to look at a map or read something and everything, right? You're like, Jesus, Tom.
This is going to be like Mary Poppins' bag, man. I don't know what's coming out next. A lamp?
As long as it doesn't vibrate. Tire levers. Everybody should have tire levers. Absolutely. I think we can agree on that. And I also have.
Well, you take 3, I take 1.
Right. I have a Gerber Multi-Tool. You never know when you're going to have to pull cactus thorns out of your buttocks or have someone else do it for you.
Rocks do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is great because, again, you never know what you're going to come encounter, and I tend to do a lot of long rides. Brandon can attest to that. So just in case I want to make sure I'm going to have what I need to get back home, I have the Dart.
All right. You like the Dart?
I like the Dart.
Cool.
This is basically the same as what Brandon's is. Mine's a little bigger, but that's due to genetics. And if you need to plug a hole, this will help get you back to where you started. I have, well, that's a Peak design clip. That really doesn't mean anything. And I have these 2 halves. Now, I like this system. I have the exact same system in my road bike kit. This actually has levers. It has little wrenches. It has an Allen key. It has a driver. It has a chain breaker, Torx. This thing has these 2 halves. It's the MacGyver of the cycling world. I also carry a full trauma kit. Right? Brandon's never seen what I have in my pack, so this is all new to him.
This is awesome.
So I carry a full trauma kit. It has a tourniquet, Raptor trauma shears. This ankle kit actually was made by Dark Angel Medical. Love it to death. I have one in each one of my packs, whether it's for backpacking or biking. I also have 2 different kits inside my vehicle, and that'll be a topic of discussion on another show. And I do carry a spare tube. And if you run tubeless, you might question on why you carry a spare tube. This will only fix so much.
Correct.
And in the desert landscape of Arizona, you can encounter some really rough terrain. So it's always good to have a backup way to get you back.
Agreed.
On the outer part of my pack, I carry a sock P. This is actually made by, Benchmade. Because you never know when you're going to need to, possibly attack a deer or a rabbit if you get stuck and you're waiting for a rescue and you got to get dinner, and you didn't have snacks with you. I have lots of snacks. And then my handy dandy tripod. Now this tripod's made by Peak Design. It's a travel tripod, and it doesn't matter if I'm on the trail or just traveling around hiking or anything. This is always in my pack, and you guys are like, holy smokes, Thomas, we didn't realize you were packing for a 7-day vacation. And as part of being a content creator and bringing the content that we do when we're out on the trail, you have to carry these things. And it may seem excessive for some, and for some it very well might be. But for Get Out Arizona and us, this is pretty much what we carry. We really have to be prepared for whatever may come our way. So there's that full spread.
I wonder you need an e-bike.
I told you, I carry a lot of shit, dude. And to think, I used to carry all this stuff when I pedaled on the analog one too, and this is nothing. This is without gear and everything like that, the GoPros and stuff. So
good training.
Yeah, which we'll talk about on another episode, the situational items that sometimes you may bring depending on what you're doing. So,
for sure.
So now let's move on to what people should have in their garages if they're going to be doing some of their own maintenance. Brandon, you have some items right here. Why don't you tell us what those are?
Once again, minimalist stuff. But the few things that I think are truly important to have at home, I always stress keeping the bike clean. Have some tools to keep your chain and drivetrain clean. If you do that, you're gonna make a world of difference to the longevity of your parts and your bike. So have something like this. Have brushes. You can use toothbrushes, old ones that you have at home, but a brush like this to clean the drivetrain. A tool like this perhaps to clean the chain works fantastic, and once again will make worlds of difference. For those dual suspension riders, I've always stressed also, after every ride, check your suspension linkage. It's so important.
I'm bad with that.
It's so important that you check those. That's something that I feel like I'm very dedicated to, because I've seen how quickly things can go wrong.
Right.
If you think of how many times that linkage moves during the course of a ride, it can do damage very quickly. So therefore, have a set just like this. You can even get one at Lowe's. It doesn't have to be a Park Tool set, any metric set. just to check, make sure those bolts are tight before you go on your ride.
Lowe's, Home Depot.
Exactly.
REI sells kits now.
Exactly. If you really want to, get yourself a torque wrench so you can be accurate. If you can't have the torque, just tighten them and then make sure the bike shop torques them to spec. But this is a luxury, but super cool.
And I would say if you're someone like me who just really puts their ass into it, Brandon a couple times has commented, dude, you need a torque wrench, you're over tightening these way too much. Get a torque wrench. It may not seem like a big thing, and Brandon's right, it is a pseudo luxury item, but a lot of the dual suspension bikes and even some shifters and dropper posts and everything like that, if you over tighten it, you can actually damage the mechanics of your suspension or your shifting, and you don't want to do that, especially for people who are running high-end SRAM Red, SRAM Eagle, Shimano XTR.
Absolutely.
It's an investment, so you want to definitely protect your investment and work on it properly. Yep. So another thing we might suggest for your do-it-yourself garage is a bike stand. We don't have one that we would necessarily recommend here. I'll put a link down below. The ones here at the bike shop are very commercial grade, and you definitely don't need something like that. I'll put a link to the one that I personally use. It's great, it's basic, but it's done the trick for almost 9 months now, and great value as far as I'm concerned, as far as the money goes.
Make things easier for you when it comes to cleaning and checking over your bike.
Yeah, because you're trying to lean the bike and everything like that. So as you can see, we have a wide variety of items that we consider EDC, from the minimalist to the doomsday prepper. Okay. But it's going to be very personalized, and it's going to vary from individual to individual. What you feel is important, the style of riding you do, again, whether you're on the canal on a beach cruiser or what I would consider a casual bike, road, gravel, mountain, and everything. And yeah, you know, some of us are just a little more batshit crazy than others. So.
And I would definitely encourage anybody, you know, as you get more into cycling, acquire tools along the way.
Absolutely.
Learn how they work, learn how to do your own stuff. And
right.
The bike shop can help you. There's plenty of great YouTube videos that you can go to. These are just the, you know, again, the minimal things to have at home, just to get you by for the time being as you're getting to know the sport.
Absolutely. The more prepared you are now, and that's what these videos are trying to do, the better prepared you'll be out on the road or the trail. So, all right. Well, on that note, guys, as always, we thank you for your support and taking the time to watch this video. If you found that it gave some type of value, or at least was entertaining in some way, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this and stay up to date so you're not the only kid out in the rain without an umbrella, hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified anytime we post a video like this or one of our videos from the trail. Brandon, thank you so much for joining us again.
Always
we appreciate it.
It's fun.
There's going to be a link to Trek Bicycles West Phoenix down below. If you have any questions, click that link, give them a call. Brandon or one of his guys will be more than happy to help. Don't forget to leave your comments and suggestions. If there's something that we have missed, something you feel we didn't cover, which I would find that kind of odd, but still, leave it down in the comment section. We love to hear from you guys. On that note, remember to always be kind to yourself and others, be great stewards on the trail, and we got to ask, what are you waiting for? Get out, Arizona. Take care, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Brandon, thanks.
Pleasure.